Superman vs. Captain Atom, DCKO. He was born Nathaniel Christopher Atom in small-town America. He grew up with loving parents, and when he was old enough, he joined the Air Force to serve his country. Later, he volunteered again and became something more. He was reborn with powers beyond anything you could imagine. He became an agent of good, a superhero. He became Captain Atom. Now, he stands on a strange battlefield that was created by a dark alien heart and is being yelled at by the Man of Steel. Captain Atom did what he had to do in the last round and hit Supergirl when he was trying to get one of the weapons, trying to win. Superman takes a breath. "Are you done? Can I speak now?" Atom asks. Superman stares at him in shock. Captain Atom crosses his arms over his chest. "Here's what I saw. You were down for the count, big guy, and Lex and Joker and their buddies were winning. You were too worried about everyone else to do what was needed. What did Batman tell you? Get your head in the game. You could be mad at me all you want, but my guess is things are only gonna get harder from here," Captain Atom tells the Man of Steel. Superman glares at him. "You and I are gonna have a long talk when this is all over, Nathaniel," Superman snaps. Captain Atom throws him a mock salute. "Sir, yes, sir," he grunts. Suddenly, the world shifts around them, and Nathaniel finds himself floating through the void. A portal opens up, and he flies through it, finding himself floating in the skies above Metropolis. Superman floating before him. The voice of the Heart of Apocalypse speaks, echoing through the skies. "Captain Atom, Superman, to advance to the next level, you must engage in a contest of hand-to-hand combat. Best 2 out of 3 wins. When one combatant loses, that combatant must choose a form to ensure victory. The only way forward is to fight," the Heart commands. Atom looks down at the city below them. "This the real Metropolis, Soups? The Heart gave you the home court advantage?" Atom asks. Superman focuses with his super hearing for a moment and nods. "Sounds like it. I can hear the people, but it's missing something," Superman tells him. Captain Atom nods. "It's messing with us, trying to make us worried about really throwing down with each other if there are civilians present," he says. But Superman drifts over to him and puts a hand on Atom's shoulder. "It chose the two of us for a reason, Nathaniel. We need to be careful," Superman starts to say. But Captain Atom shakes his head, his fist beginning to glow with atomic energy. "You're not getting it, Superman. I'm playing to win," Atom says as he lashes out, punching Superman hard enough to send him through several buildings. An explosion rips through the arena, and the buildings begin to crumble as Superman finally comes to a stop. The Man of Steel struggles out of the debris. "Captain Atom, what are you doing? The Heart manufactures realities. These buildings, they could be full of real people," Superman shouts. But Captain Atom flies forward, the air rippling behind him from his speed. "That's debatable," he snarls as he throws another charged punch. But this time, Superman catches it, and the impact ripples around them. "It's really not," Superman growls. He pulls Atom forward and grabs his arm, twirling him through the air before throwing him straight down through the building. Captain Atom finally comes to a stop at the bottom. "Now you're getting it. You and I fought before, Superman, but this time we really need to go for it. You heard Time Trapper. No mercy!" Captain Atom shouts. He raises his hands and fires an energy blast at Superman before launching himself back up and punching him hard. Superman shrugs off the blow and backhands Atom away. "No! I'll find another way," Superman shouts as he races after his opponent. They both float through the air as Captain Atom rolls his neck and cracks his knuckles. "Can you survive this kind of 1-2 punch, Superman?" he asks as he alters the atoms in his fists. One begins to glow green and the other a dark red. "Red sun energy and kryptonite?" Captain Atom asks as he rushes forward and begins to hit Superman with a combo. Stunned, Superman falls away from the attack. "I know you, Nathan. You would never kill in cold blood," Superman gasps. But Atom reaches out and grabs hold of him. He shakes his head. "You don't know me, or what I've been through," Captain Atom snaps as he begins to drain the energy from Superman's body. He watches as the Man of Steel begins to shrivel before his eyes. "What are you doing?" Superman gasps. Captain Atom speeds up the process, and Superman becomes frail before him. "You could say I'm draining your power until your atoms are turned into nothingness. Or you could say I'm helping you. You didn't want to do this tournament in the first place, so I'm helping you leave it for good," Captain Atom snaps. Superman begins to break apart in his arms, and suddenly turns to dust. "KO, the heart declares. Captain Atom looks down at his hands. He can feel the Omega energy coursing through him, and it feels intoxicating. But there is a burst of light, and Superman appears before him once more, fully healed. "Round 1 combatant regeneration complete," the heart declares. "Round 2 begins. Choose your form. Choose the arena," the heart bellows. Both Superman and Captain Atom look at the many forms that stand before them, versions of themselves from both the past and the future. "I know what form you're going to choose, and I'll only have seconds to pull this off," Superman whispers to himself. And so, the fighters have chosen. They appear in the skies once more. Nathan has chosen the Monarch, from a reality where he was a god who could control time and space, while Superman has chosen the gold visage of Superman Prime from the 853rd century. Monarch looks down and sees his family farm below them. "My hometown? If you're trying to hit me in the fields, then you thought wrong. All you're doing is reminding me what I'm fighting for," Monarch snaps at Superman, but the Man of Steel shakes his head. "We're on the same page, Cap. We want to save the people we love, the world we love," Superman tells him. But instead of fighting, he launches himself into the sky. Captain Atom leaps after him, and they both speed into space. "Running is not going to help, Superman," Captain Atom shouts. But Superman shakes his head grimly. "I'm not running," he whispers. Superman leads Captain Atom up and into space, drawing closer and closer to the sun. "The sun? You planning to absorb more solar radiation? I'll just drain that too," Captain Atom calls after him. "No, I'm doing a trick the Flash told me about once, but I needed this form to gather enough strength," Superman says as he stops and lets out his most powerful blast of super breath. The icy breath washes over the sun and completely coats it, putting the sun out. Cold immediately settles over the now dying universe. Captain Atom suddenly can't move as life drains from his body. "What did you?" he gasps. Superman looks at him grimly. "I used every bit of power that I had. Atoms and quantum fields can be slowed down when exposed to extreme cold, including us. But I have just enough power left after a lifetime in the sun to outlast you." Superman gasps as his own body slows. "KO!" the heart declares. Once more, the two heroes are regenerated and float across from each other, choosing their forms for the third and final round. "I'm sorry for what happens next, Captain Atom," Superman tells him. But Atom shakes his head angrily and looks at the versions of himself. I know what I did wrong last time. Instead of choosing one form, I will choose all of them, he says, using his power to absorb all of the past and future versions of himself. But Superman merely chooses to be himself. I refuse to lose myself in this place, Superman tells Captain Atom. But Atom is all-powerful now. He has tasted the power of the Heart of Apocalypse, and it has corrupted him. He reaches out with his new power, taking hold of reality itself, reaching for the Heart of Apocalypse, wanting more of that power. Atom, the Heart sees the cheat. Time Trapper warned us. The Heart would defend itself. Superman warns him. He flies forward and strikes Atom, and the two begin to fight. Each blow takes them back through reality, back through Captain Atom's past. What is happening? Captain Atom shouts. You challenged the Heart, so it's using your powers against you, pushing you backward through your own timeline, Superman says as he hits Captain Atom again and again. Atom blocks another blow and hits Superman back. It doesn't matter. I will win no matter what, he says. Suddenly, they are floating in a white void. The shattered past of Nathan floating all around them. Captain Atom looks around, explaining that he saw the world he could create if he won the tournament, if he became the King Omega. But you, I bet it showed you the world exactly as it was. You put everything back the same way. You wouldn't change a thing, Captain Atom snaps. Superman shakes his head. It showed me what I wanted in my heart, but it is not my right to tell anyone what the world should be like, Superman tells him, trying to reach out and help his friend. Captain Atom pushes him away. He refuses to lose. He reaches out and gathers his shattered timeline, balling the energy together before hurling it at Superman. This has to be done, and I'm gonna be the one to do it. Eat an origin bomb! Captain Atom bellows. The blast rips into Superman and swirls around him. Finally, Atom stands in the void. I won! The world will be mine! He bellows into the nothingness. Not quite, Superman says as he reappears. But now he is a mix of himself and Captain Atom. You made a mistake, Captain, but you're too corrupted by the Heart to see it. Your little stunt somehow combined our powers, Superman says as he leaps down and punches Atom hard. He grabs hold of him, using his new powers to begin to drain the energy from Captain Atom's body. I will use your powers against you. Drain your energy the same way you drained mine, Superman says. Captain Atom begins to glow white hot as his powers fluctuate and he can no longer control himself. I'm sorry, Captain Atom, Superman whispers. Finally, Captain Atom disappears in a flash of energy, and Superman stands alone. Victory! The Heart declares. Superman stares at his hands, saddened by what he had to do to his friend. Captain Atom was right. I can feel the power from the Heart growing, reaching for me. It corrupted Captain Atom, but if it could do that to someone like him, Superman whispers. Prepare for the next round, the Heart orders. Meanwhile, back on the Justice League Watchtower, Booster Gold squeezes Time Trapper's throat, his eyes glowing with the power of the Omega. I've allowed this charade to go on long enough. The pits are burning with Omega energy. That belongs to me, Booster growls. The Time Trapper stares at him in horror. No, I know what you are. How did we miss this? He gasps. Booster lifts him into the air and throws him through the Watchtower window into the vastness of space. Your hope blinded you, Time Trapper, to your true reality, Booster snarls. Booster stares at the window and watches as Time Trapper drifts away. I always hated you, Doomsday. It bothered me that anyone thought a monster like you could challenge a god like me. But you were right in what you told the Justice League. There were no paths to a future that was not mine. They really should have listened. You cannot fight Darkseid and win, Booster says. The shadows shift behind him, and the World Forger steps forward with his hammer, prepared to strike. And that was the complete story for DC KO Superman vs. Captain Atom by Joshua Williamson. Quite an intense issue, but what did you think? If you enjoyed it, you should check out the Wonder Woman vs. Lobo video we covered on Friday, which I'll link down below. But let me know your thoughts. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.